He's Warren Buffett, CEO of Berkshire Hathaway. I don't know, second or third richest man in the world, but who's counting? He joins us now. I know you're a big Nebraska fan. I saw you on the sidelines at the Detroit game. What were you doing on the sidelines of the Lions game yesterday?
Well, Indomitian said, come up sometime, and we've got about 10 sports enthusiasts at the home office, and I thought it'd be great if we came up here and watched a Lions game on a Sunday, and then went over to Cleveland for a Cavaliers game, and this particular time of the year, I mean, the schedule worked out for that. So I've got 10 enthusiastic people from Omaha. We had a great time yesterday, kind of squeaked it out, and today we go over to watch the Cavs play tonight.
But the difference between watching it on the sidelines as opposed to watching it in the stands or at home is what?
Well, we were down on the sidelines before the game, but we went up to Indomitian's suite to watch the game. He had a sister with us, his mother and father, and there was a gang there, and we had a great time.
Did you get recognized?
Some, yeah. I didn't have any scouts though, or they didn't seem to be paying much attention to me.
Did you play football growing up?
No, I didn't. I mean, everybody played a little. I don't, but in terms of high school football, no. For one thing, I can see about 2 feet in front of me. I can play basketball, but I didn't know which guys were on my team and which were on the other team if I didn't have my glasses on.
But when you're out though, you want to talk sports. I would imagine yesterday, and even at the basketball game tonight. But people want to talk money with you, right?
Well, they talk both things. They mostly talk. Let's have a picture.
Oh, that's it. But if I'm with you, if I just talk sports, is that going to make it a more enjoyable night instead of me saying, "Hey, what's the best way to invest my money?"
Well, people usually don't say that, but the truth is, if I'm with people I like, I don't care what we talk about. We can talk about girls as far as I'm concerned.
I'm ready. You start.
I'm ready too. Well, I'm not ready. I just look like I'm ready. I'm 84, so I can do it from memory, maybe.
How'd you become such good friends with Indomitian Sue?
Well, we just became friends. Tom Osborne suggested that we get together. There was one game against Oklahoma some years ago at Nebraska where I was the coach for one quarter. So I just met him very, very briefly then. But then, I don't know, a couple of years ago, Tom thought that Indomitian and I ought to get together. We got together. We really liked each other. And despite the fact that I beat him in an arm wrestling contest, we're nevertheless good friends.
I need videotape of that.
He wasn't fully prepared for me then. He didn't realize what he was up against.
You see the same principles in running your company as you would Bill Belichick running the Patriots or any of these other great coaches?
Certainly the key to anything like that is having the right people, and then having them have the right attitude about what they're doing. There's no question about that. But if you get the right people, a lot, it gets taken care of. The guy on top just takes the bows. I've gotten pretty good at that.
He's Warren Buffett, the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, a billionaire philanthropist, joining us, Dan Patrick Show. There has to be a competitive part of you. When does that come out?
Oh, well, it comes out. If you're running a business or you're running and investing money, it's about as competitive a game as you get because, everybody in the world is trying it. And you've got people, if you got investors working with you, they're basically betting on you. So it's a very competitive game. You can measure where you stand at the end of every day, so you have to keep your eye on the long term, but the numbers are there every day and you can't kid yourself about the numbers.
But I
can kid myself about my athletic ability.
But how competitive are you to be the world's richest man?
Oh, it isn't so much the world's richest man, but it's to have. I used to run a partnership for partners where I invested money. Now I run a company, Berkshire Hathaway. It's to have. If you're running a fund like my partnership, it's to have the best record around, and similarly when you're running your company, it's how your company does.
How comfortable you've been around LeBron James before? How often have you been around Michael Jordan since those two teams play tonight?
Oh, I only met Michael Jordan many years ago. He came to Omaha, and he refereed a game between the politicians and the newsmen, and then when the politicians fell behind, he started playing in the game as well and calling technicals on the other guys. He was a lot of fun. Michael was terrific. But I don't know. I mean, that was one experience. Whereas we're going over tonight to watch LeBron. In fact, I'll have my LeBron jersey on, and actually, if he gets injured or anything, I'll just be in there, and nobody will know the difference.
How many jerseys do you have hanging up at your house?
Well, I've got quite a few. I just Taylor Martinez just gave me his jersey. You know, that he played for Nebraska. Yeah, and we're going to have dinner here. He's out in California now, but he's coming into Omaha in a couple of weeks. We'll have dinner. And I've picked up a few.
What role did you have, or did you have any role with Nebraska naming its new head coach?
Did I have any role in the coach?
Yeah.
No. I just learned about that when I read it in the paper.
You don't want to be like T. Boone Pickens at Oklahoma State?
Oh, no. Boone's a friend of mine, but his ego's all involved with the team. Mine gets involved with business. I want to get mine involved with something I can win at.
But how does it affect your day when Nebraska loses? What's it do to Warren Buffett?
Everybody feels terrible. I mean, it's the difference in coming home from a Nebraska game when you've won and when you've lost. I mean, it's, one time you're coming home from a wedding and one time you're coming home from a funeral. What
could we buy you for your birthday? What's special to you that somebody could get you?
My friends have a terrible problem with that because I have everything I want in life. I've been so lucky in life. I mean, here I get to do what I love doing every day. Here we are up in Detroit, with 9 other people from the office. They're just terrific people. We're having a good time. It just doesn't get any better than that, Dan. There's a lot of things. The best things you can have are the things that money can't buy. If you got a lot of people that love you, it just doesn't get any better than that. Money won't do it.
When did you realize that, though, that money wasn't going to buy you happiness?
Well, you learn it as you go along. And money's terribly useful. I don't want to get away from that. but I will say this. I don't know anybody that's 70 or I'm 84, but somebody that's 70 years old, if they've got a lot of friends, they are happy people, and they can have a lot of money and have no friends, and they are not happy people. I mean, and the heck of it is, money really won't buy friends. Money can't buy love. It can buy sex, but it can't buy love.
How was the Berkshire Hathaway Christmas party?
The Christmas party?
Yeah.
Oh, we have a lot of fun. There's only 25 of us in the home office, so we've got 330,000 employees at Berkshire Hathaway, but there's 25 in the home office, and we can all get in one room and we just have a good time.
Are you Santa?
Well, sort of. Yeah, I certainly got the physique for it, but
what's on your bucket list?
I've been in training all year when they see me.
What's on your bucket list, sports-wise, you haven't done?
That's a good question. If I want to do it, I go do it. We'll have as much fun on this trip. I mean, watching the Lions yesterday and then seeing the Cavaliers, and I had my Indomitian jersey on yesterday, and I'll have my LeBron jersey on tonight. I sent LeBron a note I was coming, and I told him I'd be wearing the jersey so that people might get us confused.
Does LeBron text you back?
Does he? Pardon me?
Does he text you back? Is that how you send? How do you send your message to LeBron?
Oh, I actually email. I don't email myself. I'm the least talented guy at anything technical, but he actually sends it back very quickly. I sign mine, Uncle Warren, and he signs his nephew, LeBron. I think he's trying to get it in my will, actually.
So am I.
I'd rather be in his will.
Well, safe travels. Always great to catch up with you and stay out of trouble, all right?
Okay, if you ever need an arm wrestling contest there, I'll be glad to volunteer.
Thank you, Warren.
Thanks, Dan.
Warren Buffett.